Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to BattleTech Heavy Metal, where we are in the middle of helping a soft AI, not like it's a weak AI, this may be a better term, do something with some kind of ship full of magic weapons. Listen, I'm not 100% clear what everybody's plan is here, but I know what our plan is, and it's to shoot a lot of robots. Also, I totally spaced on the blood wheel restriction in the last mission of the last episode, so we are using the penance mech for the first mission of this one. I think we'll maybe be okay. Tonnage requirement heavy. I mean, it's heavy for, listen, they told us to bring out our heavy mechs, but it's still a 2-skull mission, so my suspicion is we're probably not looking at too much here. So let's go ahead and spin that glorious, glorious wheel and see how we can make it up to them. There we go. There we go. I figured out how to spin the thing. Maybe we just get right up in their face and show them who's boss. So, close range spotter, in case you do not remember, like me, can only shoot at targets that are within support weapon range of one of your mechs. Well, I feel like that's pretty close to the way we usually play anyway. It'll be fine. We're being dropped at the bombing group's armory, hit it hard enough, and the prison's garrison should come running, clearing the way for Motorbjorn to rescue Captain Magorian, and hopefully that is actually a thing that will happen. So it's hard for me to imagine that we really want to take much priority salvage here, but we're also, we're not talking about a huge amount of money either way, so I guess it doesn't really matter how we do this. Alright, we need to use the penance mech here because I screwed up, because I am a bad. And also, it's a fine mech. We're in a Badlands biome here, so the Infernos will be effective. And alright, what else do we want to take? I mean, we could just run it like this, honestly. If I pulled the Thumper for that Griffin, would that push us up a symbol? No. I might want to do that. The Thumper's fine, the Mortar's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But we might want to do slightly better than fine. So we definitely want to be rolling heat reduction on the penance mech. I might just bring in crews for this, honestly. I know we were trying to level people up and everything, but somebody's got to make sure that the penance mech actually gets the job done, and it's going to have to be somebody who has a lot of coolant vent. Penance mech is the most heavily armored thing on the team. It does have an arm mod and a small laser and stuff. We can punch people with it. I think this is the plan. We have a couple of mechs that have support weapons. This thing has a couple of small lasers on it, and this Blackjack's kind of a weirdly built mech. But basically, I needed something else that we could put small lasers on because of that thing I put on the wheel that requires you to hit with each class of support weapon. And then after I figured out what's a light mech that can carry some small lasers, I was like, well, what else could we do with this thing? Oh, we have a UAC-5. Because I don't think a UAC-10... Well, first of all, we didn't even have a UAC-10, but secondly, I think it was too heavy for the frame. Unfortunately, the Blackjack does not have a lot of space in it. We do, I believe, have a UAC-10 now, and I should probably try to find a place to put that, because it seems like a pretty valuable piece of tech. I think it's the first one that we found at any point during the campaign. Our mechs are about to soak up a lot of incoming fire. I took this 2-skull seriously. If it turns out that, in fact, they meant you gotta bring in the heavies, I'm gonna be disappointed. Our distraction is already working, Commander. I'm picking up a lance of heavy mechs between us and the armory, and they do not look friendly. Already, huh? These hired guns must be starving for action. You with us, MB? He already gave up on his other name for her. Yes, Chief Vertanen. My combat drones are en route to Captain Magorian's location. So long as you keep the garrison occupied, I don't foresee any difficulty recovering him. Okay, we'll take your word for it. Commander, get on that armory, take out any hostiles that get in your way. You could have just said kill everybody. I understand kill everybody.
Bandit. On the move.
Alright, what are we looking at here? A dragon, it's in pretty poor shape, something at 20 tons. Okay. Well, it seems like we brought reasonable mechs at least. So we just gotta get the Phoenix Hawk and the Penance mech way up on top of people.
I hear ya.
because that's the only way I'm allowed to shoot at them. So this shot is... yeah, this is inside of support weapon range. Well, the dragon's definitely the greater threat. It's worth remembering, I believe the dragon has a chassis quirk that makes it better at melee, so we probably want to be careful about letting this thing punch us. It's fine, we'll just jump in and immediately kill it.
Here we go.
Close range spotter. Let's cut that arm clean off. Actually, should I take the leg? It has a pretty weak leg. Yeah. This might be a good situation to try to burn out a leg.
Locking in all weapon systems.
Alright, and now all we have to do is shear that other leg off, and we're fine.
What can I do for you?
The penance mech can go in a little bit here. Let's have you run up and see if you can't finish this. Oof, you do not have that aim shot mastery.
See how you like this.
Did we hit the leg at all there? Alright, I mean we can core it too, that's fine.
Waiting for orders.
Probably wouldn't have taken quite as much fire to get it done the other way.
On it.
But let's make sure it does get done. Okay, not great aim there.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Pretty bummed out about that, actually. Well, I think we're just gonna shoot at the dragon then. Obviously, we don't need the infernos. How much health does it have left? 14? Alright, I'll fire both weapons. I'm not wild about the heat generation here, but we have to account for one of them going rogue.
And stay down.
So there are only 3 mechs in this initial lance,
We can do this.
and one of them is not even a real mech. A locust is like a child's toy. Alright, who wants to punch this locust?
Good to go. Standing by.
The blackjack can't quite get in range. Yeah, melee button's not
Waiting
working.
on you, Commander.
That's a shame. Well, we can have you do it.
Confirmed. Affirm.
Oh, that's a shame.
Good to go.
Well, how about we shoot the back arc?
Heading out.
I know, I didn't jump for the bonus damage, but heat.
Roger.
This thing is light enough that I figured we weren't going to need it.
Hope we can salvage that.
Why?
Waiting for orders.
Who would want a locust? That's that other guy's on this side, and we should probably just sprint at him, right?
Pedal to the metal.
I want him to feel like he can shoot on his next turn. And we're not allowed to shoot because we don't have the close range spotting.
Let's move.
Just press him for the moment. Okay, not too bad. I'm assuming these 3 mechs won't be the only ones we're going to see here.
Good to go. Ready for orders.
Can we get the blackjack into... Yes, we can. Well, let's see about doing some damage here in this back arc. Close enough to actually use our support weapons. Okay, that's another bunch of Bowman Group hired guns blown to scrap. Let's roll over there, and I'm assuming as soon as we either get close enough to the buildings, or perhaps once we fire at one of the buildings, it's going to spawn a wave of reinforcements.
Going turbo.
Also, the way the close range spotter thing is written here, it does we're not allowed to shoot at stuff unless we have somebody close enough. So we do have to get in on these turrets.
Receiving you.
Try to do this in such a way that I don't give them a shot on me this turn, though. This looks fine.
Got it. Come on,
Okay, they have no sensor lock. Good to know.
For orders.
Alright, you need to... I wish he had weapons so that I could tell if that's even close enough. Here, let's do something. So let's say if I told you to move to here. Okay, so support weapon range is like 4 tiles, it looks like. Yeah, 3 or 4 tiles.
Need something, Chief?
Which means that this is... yeah.
Enemy reinforcements.
That's support weapon range on both of the front turrets. Alright, we got a tight beam communication from a nearby jump ship. Corpsington, commander of the Disciples of the Wheel. That's good. Now I have a face to associate with the name. And your name has become quite familiar to me of late. You mean like earlier today? Are you calling a parley, Bowman? If you want to finish this without any further bloodshed, we'd be willing to negotiate. I'm no great lover of bloodshed, Mr. Oliveira, but neither am I squeamish about its necessity. Truth be told, this call was for my own benefit. I hate ordering the deaths of people I haven't looked in the eye. It feels so impersonal. Well, quick, cut off the video feed. Yeah, I'm picking up new hostile contacts, Commander. It isn't the garrison. It looks like a hunter-killer lance, and it's moving in fast. There, a proper, respectful killing. Your company deserves no less. Oh, well, that's nice of him.
I hear ya.
So, hunter-killer lance, looks like we got a couple of signatures on 4. It's not exactly terrifying.
Yes.
Let's have you... What are we looking at here in terms of health? 97, so we don't need to jump. Oh, those guys are, like, right there. Hunter-killer lance at 30 tons. Dude, what are you talking about?
Giving them everything I got.
Alright, I'm pretty sure we have support weapon range on this other guy, this other turret to the immediate left, but not the other two, unfortunately. And we may as well fire everything. If we turned off one of the lasers, then a missed shot could lead to the turret surviving, which obviously is not ideal.
Waiting for orders.
Let's move the Penance mech kind of up in this direction.
Double time.
I want the Penance mech to be closer to the enemies. Not so worried about the turrets with him. We're probably going to have whoever jumps down there to get spotter range on that thing be the one who kills it. It would be fairly easy for that to be the Phoenix Hawk, right? So, you know, I kind of thought when we saw this mission that we were offered a chance to go in light or go in heavy. I kind of thought maybe it was giving me the option of taking on a higher skull mission. Just that, like, the flashpoint would be potentially relevant to early game groups and late game groups. Right, like you could just play a slightly different version of it. Seems like that is, in fact, not how they designed it. Which is a shame, because it... You outscale a lot of the content in the game fairly quickly, I feel like, which is a shame. Alright. This is not exactly a terrifying foe, but let's burn this down first. So, how many lasers do I think I need? These two together are dealing 120 damage, so honestly I probably don't need to fire any lasers. Like, we should expect 2 missiles to miss, probably, and that's still... let's fire 1 extra laser, just for luck. In case we vary a little bit high on the misses.
Good to go.
And like I said, I think we're probably looking at the Phoenix Hawk to deal with this other thing, and it's not going to be this turn. So let's just have you move to here, spend a turn chilling out.
I hear ya.
And then these guys, we are not going to be allowed to fire on this turn. Oh, actually... Nope, he's just outside that support weapon arc. That's a shame. And you don't jump anywhere near as far. Yeah, alright. I think I'll just sprint up into the open, try to draw their attention.
Receiving you.
While we close on them here.
Roger.
So they have a full 4 initiative lance. And I'm sure between the 4 of them, they probably have like 1 real mech's worth of weapons. They are going to be able to generate a fair amount of points of evasion, but the good news about this support weapon thing is that support weapons are unaffected by evasion. So if we have to run all the way up on them anyway, you know, we're probably fine.
Ha! Send me a real opponent. How's it going?
Let's start with the Phoenix Hawk. Let's just get this done. That is definitely close enough. Oh, but I don't want to be that close. There we go. Because I want to get maximum value off my AC2. Alright, yeah. Like this, we can miss with 1 weapon and still be totally fine. And we did miss one weapon. And I know I didn't do the...
What can I do for you?
I did that math, and I looked at the numbers, and I was like, well, let's just draw the wrong conclusion. Because, yeah, obviously I needed to fire 4 weapons to be safe if 1 weapon missed. So I can just run up, and I think I'm not going to run up for the punch, though. I think we probably want to move to, like, here. Well, actually, I can punch him from this location. And in this location, okay, my support weapons would fire on this javelin. So, this punching position gives us all 3 of these guys in close range. I get that small laser in there. Okay, good enough.
Another hit like that and you're toast.
I do wish that the destroyed legs on the mechs, I changed the model a little bit more. You know, like when a mech is missing an arm, it's very, very obvious. Alright, you can jump in, and we're definitely going to want to precision strike one of these other guys, rather than shoot at the wounded javelin on the ground, I think. Do it here. Well, we knew it wasn't going to be pretty, but that was even worse than I was expecting. Oh, we're just outside of small laser range. I can jump in. There we go. Alright, you know, he got softened up, that's all. Managing to push him to unsteady was a pretty big deal. And it looks like we're not quite... You know what, I can just try to core him. What am I doing? Back, please. Sometimes right-clicking in that screen, or right-clicking after selecting the target area, takes you back to the target selection, but not always, and I'm not sure why. Okay, 1 down.
Let's go.
Generated an awful lot of heat on that. Oh. That's really annoying.
They're coming around the side.
Well, at least he stayed close. I think that guy just ran into support weapon range. That was nice of him.
Whoa! Easy on the armor, buddy.
What's up?
Okay, so now we want somebody to finish this guy off before his turn. Let's turn off a lot of our weapons here and just go for the other leg. 75 to the leg or 90 to the center. You know what? Let's just go for the center.
Here you go.
Yeah, that hit percentage change was too great. Alright, and then you have Ace Pilot. Honestly, just stay put. You try to draw a little bit of fire.
Commander?
Receiving you.
You can shoot this guy with...
Target confirmed.
There we go. I got there eventually. I'm very annoyed about him taking a hit in the cockpit, though. That's real crappy.
Ready for orders.
It's the Blackjack, I believe. Yeah, melee's for garbage damage. And doesn't have really any coolant generation, so this is going to be fun.
Moving to position.
Alright, what can we actually fire? You know, that's not too bad. So his torso, or his legs are actually a little bit sturdier. I think we'll just go in through the side.
Firing. Take that.
Waiting for orders.
Solid trash talk there. And I don't really want to move too much. I just want to kind of turn and get that arm away from them, I think. And then I'm going to Vigilance. And do we want to aim? I guess this guy's a relatively soft target. Give him the Infernos too, why not? Because I think we're about to be out of this thing.
All weapons are go. That's a kill. Let's get fired up. There's work to do.
Okay, easy enough. I'm really happy that he went that way.
To the
Alright,
heart
let's finish
there.
this.
Commander?
You did not take a hard hit there, you huge baby. This might even be a kill.
Got it.
Oh, I'm not quite in his back arc. I thought I was.
Affirmative. That's a critical hit.
Well, we've certainly softened him up, at
Yes,
least.
Commander. Roger that.
I can turn on one laser, it looks like? Yeah.
I got it. Hostile eliminated.
Alright, and now I guess we can, like, actually go to work on the buildings, maybe.
Firing jump jet. Up. I'm reading heavy damage to an enemy structure. Bring it down.
Roger.
This thing has 150... You know what, let's just take down the large military building.
Structure down.
Let this thing bleed off a little bit of heat. I can't imagine there are going to be any more enemies, though. I'm pretty sure we're done.
Docking on target.
Waiting for orders.
Okay, pretty much anybody ought to be able to wrap that up. You do have to be facing it first.
Get to them, and I'll see to them. I'm coming in hot.
One less trip.
It would be a lot of trouble for not a lot of value, but I kind of wish that our the people in our company talked about these missions in a way that, like, the way they talked about these missions changed over the course of the campaign. Like, we should not have been talking about this as though it was any danger at all. Commander, the area's been cleared. Darius has given me the green light. Yep. Mission accomplished. Captain Megorian has been safely recovered. And what about Bauman? Is his jump ship still up there? Negative, XO. He's long gone. Then our job here is done. Dr. Murad, get the Motorborn to its computer, get the Motorborn its computer access, codes, files, whatever it needs. Everyone else here, let's move Captain Megorian onto the Leopard. We're getting the hell out of here. I mean, that can't be it, right? That dude to just disappear like that, and... Also, I still don't know why this flashpoint has a different color. I guess the idea is, like, this is the flashpoint that contains one of the new weapons from the latest expansion, is probably what it is. Maybe? So, we certainly don't need any of this stuff. We could complete a Javelin 10F. Is there anything interesting in the loot pool at all? No, nothing down here. Okay, I guess we'll do that. A completed mech sells for a reasonable amount of money. You certainly don't need this thing. I'm getting a little nervous. We're getting kind of close to the end of the campaign, and we have not yet completed any of our other classes of mechs yet. We're close. I guess we're just going to have to keep an eye out in the shops and stuff. Hopefully we can run across a couple of the parts that we still need. Yep, no chance I'm running a 30-ton mech. Well, Commander, thanks to you, my return to civilization has been assured. Let the ISF try to pry answers from Captain Megorian. I'll wish them luck and wash my hands of it. If I never have to worry about his stupid derelict again, it'll be too soon. Okay, that's the spirit, Shugo Yamaguchi. Enjoy your trip home. And you yours, Commander. My best to you all. Yamaguchi out. Either he doesn't know that Megorian has no idea where the Bauman group took the Dobrev, or he doesn't care. My money's on doesn't care. Oh, hang on a second. We're getting a call from the Motorbjorn's platform. I'm putting it through. Commander, I have studied the Bauman group's records regarding the derelict, and my suspicions have been confirmed. And what suspicions are those? That the Dobrev drifted into the deep periphery from outside the boundaries of known space. The ship's crew was long dead, victims of an ancient misjump that warped the vessel's hull and damaged its KF drive. Oh, that's interesting. So that would have taken it, I mean, that could have taken it anywhere, right? The math we're talking about is of considerable magnitude. Whoa, hold up. Setting aside all the other craziness in what you just said, the Dobrev is jump capable? Technically, yes. As I said, the ship's KF drive is damaged and perhaps unstable, but it is still technically operable for the time being. What the hell is this ship of yours? I want a solid answer this time. I believe the Dobrev to be an artifact of General Alexander Kerensky's Exodus. So, I don't know a ton about the BattleTech lore, but I've definitely heard this name before. As Regent and Protector of the Star League and Commanding General of the SLDF, Kerensky was the highest-ranking military officer of the Inner Sphere. Following his successful conclusion of the Amaris Civil War, Kerensky withdrew from the Inner Sphere with 80% of the SLDF's personnel and assets, never to be seen again. This action left the Inner Sphere defenseless, and precipitated the First Succession War. Commander, please listen to me. If what it's saying is true, the Dobrev may be the single most valuable discovery in living memory. We've stumbled onto something that's bigger than all of us. We have to treat it with respect. Okay, let's say that the Dobrev really is a leftover from Kerensky's Exodus. What does that mean for us? It means that I need your help. My primary objective, the protection of New Volchi's civilian population, has failed. Now I am compelled to report my failure to SLDF Central Command. With the Dobrev's navigation logs, I can attempt to do that, to retrace the steps of Kerensky's Exodus and find out what became of the Star League. Because she needs to figure out, yeah, okay. Respectfully, you're off your gourd. I'm serious. If you think the fools who followed Kerensky into the Great Beyond are still out there somewhere, I've got a bridge to sell you. Okay, look. I know that what it's suggesting is a long shot, but just imagine it, Sumire. A living Star League. A peaceful, enlightened civilization, untouched by the horrors of the Succession Wars. Imagine what they could teach the Inner Sphere. Yo, that's not how that's gonna go. A bunch of military personnel followed a charismatic general off into space. They set up space fascism within 8 years, guaranteed. Let's say we consider helping you with this mission of yours. What's in it for us? I need the Dobrev's navigation logs, not its payload. If you help me reclaim the ship, its remaining cargo is yours. All that you need to do is disconnect my main computer from this decaying platform and bring it aboard the Argo. We will find the Dobrev together. You will want to recover my remaining combat drones as well, of course. There would be little sense in leaving them uncollected. Commander, we have a unique opportunity to expand the sphere of human knowledge, to solve an age-old question. What truly became of the SLDF? From where I'm standing, we have to accept. Well, yeah, there's no dilemma here. All of the good in this situation is we accept. I'm with the doc on this one. If the Dobrev really is full of exotic weapons and mechs, I want a taste of that. I mean, hell, not just a taste, I want the whole damn thing. That's worth a little risk on our part. Besides, my gut says we can trust Mama Bear. If she were a person, she'd be a good one. Well, we've reached an agreement then. I'll send a team to bring you aboard. Thank you, Commander. Please ensure that Dr. Murad is there to lead them. My memory core was not designed as a portable system, and it would be unfortunate if it got damaged in transit. Yeah, I agree with that. We've got a plan then. I'll start putting out feelers. It may take a few months, but my friends in the gray market community should be able to come up with something. Until then, let's get back to our typical routine. There's money to be made, work to be done, you all know the drill. When we've got a new lead to go on, I'll let you all know. Okay, so that's... It's a different color because it's like the start of an ongoing story, I guess. Okay, a small laser... Ooh, 2+2 hit defense gyros. Those are valuable. This was absolutely worth it, if only for that. So, there are still missions to be done here on this world. They're going to be pretty easy. Local government against pirates, local government against pirates, and local government against the Canopians. Okay, yeah, let's oh, and the Canopians. One for the Canopians against, oh, we're not gonna drop our Taurian rep. That's not happening. And then some other real easy stuff. You know what? Let's do this Two-Skull. We'll do this on camera, and then I'll wrap the rest of these up elsewhere and figure out a plan for next time. So, the planetary... I should probably read that. The planetary government has a situation here and would like our help. Detected a joint task force of pirate and pirate units operating openly on the planet. We need to hunt them down and turn them to scrap. Okay, this is one of those procedurally generating a mixed force things, and for some reason it's allowed to generate the same force in both locations, which is why you get writing like that. Okay, that's fine. We can shoot some pirates. I'm real good at that. But obviously, before we can start shooting, we need to know the rules of engagement. And the rules are... Okay, let's try this again. This time we're actually going to go for the legs. The blood wheel has deigned to give us a second shot. And you know what? I'm kind of thinking maybe we just do this. How much money are we losing? Ugh, that's a considerable amount. But also, if we don't take the 1 point of priority salvage and a Centurion 9AL shows up, I'm going to feel very sad. And we don't really need the money. Yeah, we'll do it like this. Okay, so, 2 Skull Lance. We are looking at a cold biome here, so I probably don't want to run the Penance Mech on this one. Utility is low. Am I allowed to run this? No, that would be 2.5 symbols. So... we could take the Hunchback, or we could bring something else, something lighter. UAC 5++ with 2 machine guns and 4 medium lasers. You know what? The Hatchet Man actually might be a good fit here. It's very heat inefficient. The cold will help with that, and it does just do a lot of damage. And let's grab one of our more experienced pilots here to sit in Batroc. I mean, this one needs... the coolant vent a little bit less than the Hatchet Man. I think we'll leave Cruise where Cruise is. And we'll just... somebody who has some defensive skills. You know what? Ace Pilot's nice on this thing. Steamfitter will be a good fit. Alright, let's do it. And we are going for the legs. So, aim shot for the legs when we can take aim shots. Shots from the side arcs when we cannot take aim shots. We gotta get one leg. We have to try to target only the legs until one leg is off of a mech, and then we can go hard on it in whatever way we choose. Yeah, I think the difficulty modifiers are probably just me being too cautious. We can ride on these missions at the same difficulty level of as the missions themselves and still be fine. I wonder how long it'll take for the next part of this flashpoint to pop. He said it might take a few months. We have, what, like close to 400 days remaining, so a few months shouldn't be a problem, unless it's a few months and then there's another step and another few months to wait, and maybe I should have taken this more seriously since it has been on our map since basically the beginning of the run. But also, it's in a very inconvenient spot for the thing we were doing. Okay, so we get a lance of friendlies to go up against 2 lances of enemies with. Alright, Alpha Lance, the task force is up ahead. Our intel puts them somewhere in this area. Once we've cleared the enemy lances, regroup at this location for extraction. Oh, right. Listen, mercenaries, do us all a favor and stay out of the way. Let the professionals work. You know, I am a I literally get paid to do this. That's fine. He's got to be shitty about it, I understand. Alright, stay out of the way. Got it. You know, we don't have to let all of them survive. We could maybe let 1 or 2 of them die, just as a way of making the situation clear. Why can you not move? That's weird. It was like the other mech's movement completing broke the ability for the Griffin to move for a second. I'm not expecting to see anything we care about here. There is a very small chance that we'll see a damaged CN9AL. Aw, that's a shame. And of course it hit the lightest mech that we have. So a 20. Is that an SRM-2 that just got shot at us? Really, I pretty much never see those.
Bye.
Alright, I think probably we want to send the Leaper up here and just have it give me a little bit of vision.
Sensor contact.
Okay, Locust 1M. We also have a reading on a Shadowhawk 2H. Centurion's 50, I think? So we should probably burn down this fire starter real fast, right?
Target confirmed.
Alright, then my bet is Cruz is going to be able to finish that guy off pretty easily. And our support lance will maybe get into combat range soon. You know, they're trying. God bless them. Wow, I'm surprised that hit. We have a lot of evasion. And it's a small mech on the, besides. We're probably going to have to spend some time just closing here, I think.
What can I do for you?
So let's have, like I said,
Waiting for orders.
have Cruz go for this guy's leg, because I think she's likely to actually be able to hit.
Time to die.
Okay, easy enough.
Did you see that? Did you see it?
Then I think our other two mechs might actually just sprint up. So otherwise, I think we're gonna have a hard time getting good side and leg shots next turn. Man, all that evasion's not helping at all. Everybody is hitting him. I'll be bummed out if we lose weapons on that thing.
Let's see what this baby can do.
All of its weapons are damage plus plus, so...
Ready for orders.
It is nice to see the other lance actually trying a little bit. Can I get a side shot on that guy? No. Alright, that's fine. Just sprint up then. Need to be in slightly better combat range here. So that is the that's the model of Hunchback that has the AC-20 on it. Not that I think he'll get into range to use it or anything. Okay. Supremely cowardly. New contacts. Got another lance in the AO, so okay, that's a lot of enemy mechs. Let's try to get some cleanup going here quickly. How bad is the damage? 27 health left. Jesus. Alright, so what do we want to take down first? Vulcan's got a fair amount of stuff on it. The Shadowhawk's not really that dangerous. I'm thinking we might go for a big jump out to here. See, I want to shoot into the side arc of that guy. I mean, I guess I might be shooting into side arcs. People down there. Do like this. We could try to remove the Shadowhawks. We could try to take the Shadowhawk out to lower their vision in the area. Shadowhawk's relatively tough for these enemies, though. Well, much easier time gutting everything else. Yeah, I'm gonna do this.
Firing jump jet.
Jump all the way out there. That's a Cicada 3... Oh, Cicada 3C. That's the one we need, isn't it? Hold on, let me tab over here. That is, in fact, the one we need. I do not have noted here how many parts we already have, so... We'll just try to kill it in a way that leaves more than one piece. And hopefully we'll get lucky on the loot rolls. So, I don't have to use Precision Strike because we do have a side arc shot on this guy, but I'm kind of thinking maybe I want to... Maybe I do, because we could get through his leg with this much damage, right? That's 100... No, that's 140. No, we could not, in fact. Alright. We're allowed to just take side shots. I'm just going to take this. I'm going to hope that some of the damage goes to his leg. Literally none of it did. I was hoping that we'd get some leg damage there and then be able to use our one precision strike with somebody else to finish it off. That really sucks. That also really sucks. What are you doing?
Internal
It's just
structure
like...
damage.
I mean, I know your weapons are garbage, but this seems suicidal to me. Also, boy, there's a lot of enemies between each of our turns. So it's my right arm that's busted. We want to move over to, like, here, and then give him the...
Copy.
Give him the leg shot. And I think this is an okay time to actually try to focus down that leg.
I copy.
Well, I broke the armor at least.
Critical hit.
22. Ugh. So close. Does not help us to shoot from exactly opposite sides. Shoot at one of the other enemies. Do something useful. Alright. They're at least starting to absorb some of the damage now. Cicadas, man. Just real bad mechs.
Standing by.
Alright, can the blackjack get a side arc? Yes, we have to jump for it, but I think that's fine. I want to jump anyway. Need to get further forward. I can do it right here. Yeah, that'll work. That's why we get the small lasers as well.
Roger.
Okay, we got him. Hooray!
Reporting. Critical hit.
That pilot's probably feeling pretty rough in there.
What can I do for you?
Alright, the Hatchet Man is allowed to just try to finish him, and I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. Should I maybe be heading for some cover? Yeah, we got bulwark and everything. Let's
No sweat.
make for safety.
Uh-huh.
I probably could have fired a lot fewer weapons there.
Gotcha.
Alright, so we've got them down to 6 max? No, 5 max. No, 6. We still definitely have 6 pings. Oh, that's an archer, like a real archer at full armor. What the hell is an archer doing on a 2-skull
That
mission?
shot got past my armor.
Let's get fired up. There's
Hey, that archer by itself is 2 skulls. Well, that's going to be a real problem.
good to go.
Awaiting orders.
How am I going to kill an archer? I'm not going to fire at it because we only get the AC2. Seems like a terrible waste of time. You have a fair number of weapons. Cicada's really not a big threat. I'm going to go for that thing's leg. Yeah, it's pretty fragile. But we're going to do this and back off. Ooh, nice. Good clustering. Yeah, Batrock needs to fall back a little bit. Trying to break line of sight from the archer, it turns out that this mech is too tall to use terrain for cover. Well, I can't... Yeah, I'm not going to get anything done going the other way. And I definitely don't want to jump, because we'll probably overheat on a jump. Maybe I don't really... I mean, I need to move because I need evasion. It's my left arm that's screwed up, so we... Yeah, to like, do this. I don't like the clustering, obviously, because it makes stray shots a little bit more likely, but we definitely need to keep our evasion up. We might just not have the weaponry necessary to kill an archer. That's a very serious enemy. Of course. Took that shot like he knew it was guaranteed.
Waiting for orders.
Well, this thing now... Man... Okay, the left arm doesn't have anything in it. So I think the move here is probably something like this. Jump to a distant side and keep the left arm toward the big scary enemy. And we'll go for one of the cicada's legs on this. Oh, right, he can't shoot. He can't aim shot for dick. Well, then we'll just kill this guy off. How about that? Yeah, we'll give him everything. This still might not even get him. Yeah, wow, it wasn't even really close. Please don't shoot at the distant, disarmed locust. What a complete waste of a turn. 42, Jesus. What a terrible job. Okay, we can get a side shot on the cicada with this thing. Let's have the blackjack move to like here and finish this guy off. Breaks up one of our clusters and creates a new one.
Heading out.
But this guy's got to go down. So, with him at 42... Yeah, I'm just going to fire everything. Let's try to be really, really sure.
Let's go!
Hostile removed.
We are unfortunately not going to be able to prevent the archer from having vision of us on his turn. So we're going to take another really, really big hit here. Okay, you need to move to... Can I get into support weapon range? I can. And that would be a side shot. It's a lot of damage. And Cruz is actually a really good shot. Alright, I'm going to go for this even though it creates a really big cluster. Oh, right. We will absolutely vent the coolants.
Firing everything I've got.
Okay.
When I shoot you, you'll take it.
We're doing a good job with our kneecapping. We are sticking to the rules. This is going to be a tough one, though. Unless we can get the archer to start shooting at our allies, which we might actually be able to do. Oh, look at that. Look at him kneecapping. What a hero. Because that hunchback is standing in the open with a single point of evasion, right? It's a pretty good target for an LRM volley. Oh, thank God. Okay.
Let's get fired up. There's work to do.
So, best case scenario here would be lance the head off of the cicada while it's laying down. But taking out its other leg does still leave 2 parts in the salvage pool. It is overwhelmingly likely that we will get exactly the 1 part that we are allowed to take, but for the sake of probability, we should try to leave as many things as many bits of it in the pool as possible. So why don't you... We're looking at 80. We have to be careful not to accidentally kill it by blowing up the center torso. So this really has to be either Cruz or Steamfitter. It has to be somebody who's a really good shot. It has to be Cruz. Given the amount of damage we're looking at here, it has to be Cruz. Now, it's not getting up until later, so I guess actually let's start by having the blackjack get out of the way, because right now the shot we really want to take is obstructed. We'll move up to a position where we can maybe break their line of sight a little bit.
Moving to position.
Take that precision strike and see if we can't get that leg out from under him. This one's already damaged. It's possible.
Locking on target.
And not really great clustering there. Not a bad stomp. Not a bad stomp. Gotta let that AC-20 recover, right?
Good to go.
Okay, now Cruz can step back to a pretty safe location. Don't think I do want to be in machine gun range because I'm too worried about setting off that ammo bin. We'll go for the leg, we'll turn off, What do we actually need here? 80 damage is... I'm going to leave the UAC 5 on, but I'm going to turn off most of the lasers. So UAC 5 plus 1 medium laser is only 70 damage.
Roger that. Firing on target.
Okay,
Should have run when you had the chance.
we got it. We got the leg. We didn't overflow enough to destroy the center torso. 2 pieces in the salvage pool. It's not too bad.
Orders.
So now, if we can remove the Vulcan and the Blackjack, the Archer won't actually have vision of us. This Locust probably has some vision too. Let's have you stay in cover.
Location confirmed.
We'll just try to finish this guy's leg off.
All weapons go.
Alright, we got him. Very effective kneecapping.
Critical hit, Commander.
And he's a lot less dangerous than he was moments ago. They're just going to take turns gang stomping on this guy. I was going to say, if they can't put it together with all of these mechs, it's going to be pretty embarrassing. Then there's just one more enemy remaining who is still on his feet, and I'm not going after that guy, I don't think. Alright, you have to take it a little bit easy this turn, because your heat is starting to get a little out of control. If we dealt 89 damage here, it would be enough. We theoretically could do it. It's unlikely.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, one of those shots went to the arm instead.
Solid connection on that one.
Well, we're close. Maybe one of our allies will finish it off for us. It's something, I guess. Even if this thing does get back up on its turn, it's not going to live very long. Ooh, the Hatchet Man is not a good target for this. Okay, the armor held. That Archer has pretty clearly announced its intent, though. We gotta make something happen here. Yeah, that'll show him. I'm surprised it was able to move that far.
Waiting for orders.
Okay, so we're looking at 205 health on these legs.
Yes, Commander.
That's a real bummer, man. That's just very crappy.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Alright, I guess we'll start with you. So we can't coolant vent this turn. This guarantees that we do not get to shoot quite as much at this thing as we want to. But if I just move... I can move into the open. I really don't like that idea. We get one precision strike, and it really needs to be Cruz who does it, though. Yeah, alright. I'm going to take it like this. My right armor is weak, so I can't really do too much about it, sadly.
Special delivery.
Okay, it's not a bad start. Now we just gotta shoot into that side arc and hope that we get there. Wow. Turned around and kicked that mech clean in half. It's just like, what is the situation where you're driving a Locust and you're like, oh yeah, and now I melee attack him?
Awaiting orders. Receiving you.
Alright, let's start with the Blackjack. That's not too bad.
On it.
How much does this leg need to get hit for it to go down? 40. Okay, that could totally happen here. Wow, he's aiming real high. Listen, if we accidentally take an LRM-20 off of it, I'm not going to be upset.
Standing by.
As long as we're making a good faith attempt to get those legs. So your right side is strong.
Confirmed. Target is confirmed.
Okay, some damage went to the leg. It's got 5 left. Come on, accidentally hit the leg. I mean, that's good too.
Waiting for orders.
The removal of one of the LRM pods is a thing I'm not going to be upset about.
I copy.
How much can you give him? Oh, everything.
Roger.
And look at that, we did it. We got the leg. We are totally living our lives according to our promises. Still, kind of a lot of damage available for that dude. Hopefully the stand-up accuracy bonus will be enough to cause him to whiff a lot of it. Oh, he didn't even go for it. And Crew's flexing the hatchet, action poses.
Do this. Let's go.
She was like, not only am I not going to die here, I'm going to posterize this dude. Okay, well, I think we've probably got him now, right?
Tell me what to shoot.
That is a lot more robot than I was expecting to see at this difficulty. Well, boss, how did it feel to work with real professionals? Yeah, the targets are down and the good guys made it out. That's all that matters, Meyer. I don't agree. there are other things here that matter. Yeah, on the whole, though, that was pretty good. Hard to be upset about that outcome. We did take some damage on some of the mechs that we might like to use on this world, but whatever, it'll be fine. Somehow we'll make it through these skull and a half missions. And okay, there's a small chance we could complete our cicada here. Fingers crossed, everybody. Oh, it didn't happen. That's a shame. But we only need one part now. We could totally just get lucky in a random shop. So after the cicada, we still have 3 other mediums left to finish. We have 1 heavy, just the Thunderbolt 5S. And then also, I think 3 assaults? 3 or 4 assaults? We're close. It's not undoable. But it is starting to get me a little nervous. I think that is probably a pretty good place to call the episode for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I will conclude our business here on Tarragona, and then have a look around at where we're going. And when you come back next time, tomorrow, I will have a plan to report. And we'll see you then.